Hi, I'm Pierozzi, and today we're going to demonstrate how to pull a handle off of a cup. So a lot of times I'll see potters and they'll just have a big block of clay and they're going to try to put it on the pot. It's not the best way to do it. So let me just go ahead and demonstrate all the different steps, the way that I do it, and hopefully it's going to work for you. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take a piece of clay and I want to roll it into a carrot shape. So I'm going to go ahead and go like this, and we're going to just kind of get a little bit of a roll. All right. All right, and so we're going to get a nice little shape like that. Probably going to just pull a little bit longer. Now we want it to be a very sort of a thin carrot, okay? So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. And if we look up here, we can see the different steps that we're going to be doing. So the first is we're going to create the carrot. The next thing we're going to do is flatten the carrot. So here's how you go ahead and flatten the carrot. All right, and I just take it and I just kind of pound it, all right, on each side. I usually like to do it about 3 times each side. All right, so now that we have this and we've kind of got that, okay, it's pretty even. If we look at the side, it's a really kind of thick, and visually that's not going to look super great. So what I like to do is to pinch it into sort of an eyelet. So if we look at this, this looks like a rectangle, but now we want to kind of make it into sort of an eyelet, right? So we're going to take this, we're going to pinch this. All right, we're going to go ahead and pinch that. And so if we look at it when it isn't, and then we look at it when it is, you see how much better that looks?
Do it one more time,
okay.
If you could.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and pinch this side.
I just saw Tom, he's looking healthy. What?
Right.
I just saw Thomas, he's looking healthy.
Okay, so now we're gonna take that, well, we got this, all right. All right, and then we're good to go. Okay, so that's gonna be pretty good. So then we wanna make sure, this is gonna be the cup that it's gonna go on. We wanna make sure, and this is super important, that this cup is a true leather hard, okay? So it's no longer malleable. It's still got a lot of moisture in it. And it's not bone dry where all the air is, all the water is sort of evaporated out of the pot. That's when you want to put your handles or your spouts or start to put your teapots together, okay? This consistency is pretty good. So you want to figure out exactly where you want to put your handle. I think I'm going to do here. I like these ridges a lot. So I think this is a great place. And I like to think about it, most people are left-handed, so on a slip piece like this, I usually will pick out the best side for sort of a right-handed person, okay? Sorry, left-handers out there. Okay, and I'll take this, and I'll go ahead and I'll put it right on there, all right? And I wanna go ahead and just measure this, all right? Measure this out. All right, and then that's where I'm gonna go ahead and slip and score. So I'm gonna take my Sumi brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and score. Now the key to slipping and scoring really is to create, I like to think about it, not just scoring the surface, but it's all about that water that you've created. You want that clay to be like soft butter, okay? And then I'm gonna get that handle and the body to sort of join together. So once I've done that, and I've got that, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my handle and I'm gonna slip and score this, all right? And I'm just gonna simply take my inside hand. I'm gonna just press that in on each side. Now here's a little cheat sheet. We can go like this and have that handle support itself. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and fine tune this. All right, fine tune it a bit. All right, clean it up. All right, and then once that's sort of locked in really nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and get this nice and clean. And I'm gonna do something that's called, I'm gonna add some slip to this. I'm gonna add some water to this to create sort of a slippy surface, all right? So I'm gonna be able to pull this, all right? And I'm not gonna pull this until I feel like it's a really good lubricant in your hand, okay? And it is right now. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pull. I'm gonna make this motion down. That's gonna stretch it out, okay? And then I'm gonna go like this to sort of make it, straighten it out a bit, okay? Now I'm not gonna need all of this, all right? My cleave's a little short, so I'm getting a little bit of cracking in here. It was just made a few days ago, and this is porcelain, so I might have a little bit of cracks, but it should be okay. All right, now that I've gotten this, I think that looks pretty decent. Now, sometimes you can slip and score the bottom. I usually just add a little bit of water. They don't get disattached for me. And then I just want to go ahead and just line this up. Okay, you just want to make sure you line it up right. That's the key. Nobody likes a cockeyed handle. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut off my little dabbly-do there. And then I'm just going to press this in. All right, that's locked in. Now, if we look at that handle, that's a little funky, right? So, to get it to pop, I will go like this. I'll take my hand and I create that curve. Now let's look at this. Look at how much nicer that is for a cup, right? All right, so I'm gonna wanna rest that, looking at that negative space, creating sort of a half oval. And in order to keep this shape, I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it like this for about 20 minutes, okay? For about 20 minutes. Let that stiffen up. Once that's stiffened up a little bit, then I will cover this with a plastic bag for usually about 4 or 5 days. And what I really wanna do is dry it out really slowly, because remember, this handle is wet clay and it needs to shrink just like the leather hard body. And if those don't dry at a slow rate, you're gonna get some cracking there, okay? Well, I hope that was helpful, and you probably will end up with something like that, all right?
Awesome. Thank you, Lou.
Thanks. Have a good day.